Yeah, good evening, students. We'll see the two programs today, which are very, very important. So, I have showcased about using a get method and a post method. Okay, so I will be repeating the usage of post method with the different kinds of handling a multiple requests in the user context. Okay, and I will be talking about the XML file also, how you can connect an XML file with respect to a Ajax application. So before that, okay, so I want to tell about something about a post method. Okay, so there are two methods which are used to send and receive the information. One is a get method and other is a post method. So this post method, this get method was already discussed in the previous classes, and I have showcased an example also. Now we have a post method, okay, which is used to send a data to a server to create or upgrade a resource. That means you are using a post method when you don't want to do any kind of a confidential, transactions where the information sent and received should not be visible in the URL. Okay. Next, the data sent to a server with the post method is stored in the request body. That means the values of the parameters are not visible when you are using the post method. Next, it is never cached. So when there is no cache in the web application, okay, if you are using a post method, then there is no security issue when compared to the get method. What I mean to say is, post method is much secure when compared to a get method. Okay, but it is little bit slow in processing because it has to take a lot of data when it is being sent from a client to a server. Next, the post data will never remain in the browser history and it cannot be bookmarked. Okay, so and it does not have any restrictions on the data length. But when you are talking about get method, okay, so there is a restrictions on the data length. Now here I have two buttons. One is a fetch message one and another is a fetch message two. Okay, when I am clicking on a fetch message one, okay, the data information corresponding to fetch message one will be displayed. When I click on a fetch message two, the information related to fetch message two will be displayed. In a traditional web applications, in a traditional web applications, you have to send two different requests, okay, where there will be a burden on the server. But here, if you are using with Ajax, these two requests are combined and sent as one request. By the time the processing happens for fetch message one, the request for the message 2 will be sent to a server. The background, this process will be appearing. Okay, let us see a code how it is being done. Now we have two buttons, namely message 1 and message 2. Okay, two buttons are created and we have a function called as get data and we are passing three parameters. Okay, what are those parameters? One is the file name and other is the target division and other is the one. Okay, value one when I click on message one. Okay, similarly when I click on message two, I'll be sending db.php, then you have target divisions, then you have a two. Now here I have a HTML script with Ajax embedded and I have a PHP here. Okay, so since I'm using a post method, so from line number 31 to 38 also I'm using a post method. So when I click on message one, okay, uh, so value 1 has been sent to client will be displayed in the place of fetched message will appear here. Similarly, when I click on message 2 button, value 2 has been sent to client will appear in place of message in the place of message will appear here. Now this is a PHP file. Now I am passing this three parameters to a function called get data. So data source will be a db.php, division id will be a target db, and data will be 1 when I click on message 1. So this happens initially if I am clicking on message 1 button. In the background, the second data will also be sent, and this will be taken care by Ajax engine. If request object exists, yeah, that means the data is going now. Okay, so variable object is equal to document dot get element by id. Okay, what is that id? Okay, here the id contains the value or the information. The fetched display will appear here. Next, we use xhr object dot open method. Open takes two parameters. Since this is a demonstration of post method, in the place of get I use a post, and data source will be a PHP file. So I am opening a file a dp.php, and I want to retrieve that send and retrieve the data using a post method. Next, xhr on ready state is assigned a function which contains ready state is 4 and state is okay. That means the request is reached to a server and the response is ready. If this transaction is true, then display the response. What is that response? Value 1 will be sent to a client and value 2 will be sent to a client. And this happens only when I am using a send method, okay, where the data takes a value 1 and 2 respectively. You know, if you are using a post method, you should have one parameter as a string to a send method. So your data is a string where 1 and 2 will be passed. So once you run this program, okay, once you run this program, you can see that fetch message 1 and fetch message 2. Okay, so both of these things will be, it will be displayed. Okay, so when I click on fetch message 1, okay, so it will display that value 1 will be displayed to a client. Okay, in the meanwhile, fetch message 2 would have sent a request to the Ajax engine, and it will be processed. As soon I just click on this, it will be displayed. But here I did not wait to send a request after completing the request from the first button. So simultaneously, both the requests would have been sent. The advantage is that when I click on a button, data will be ready to get loaded into a web page. Okay, so that is the demonstration of using a simple post method. I hope this is clear to you. Okay, so next what we will do is we will demonstrate the concept of connecting an XML uh, uh, Ajax. Okay, what is an XML? Okay, so in my previous classes, I told you about connecting. In the HTML, you are in the HTML, you can have your own tags defined. I mean to say in the HTML, so there are user-defined tags. There are built-in tags which are available. So it is not possible to define your own tags. But whereas in XML, it is possible to have your own tags being defined. Now, I'm showcasing how to connect an XML file to an Ajax. Okay, so here I've got a simple HTML file. I have an Ajax script and I have a XML file. So here I'll be passing two parameters. Okay, one is the file name with an extension .xml and the other is the target division. Now I have a button. Okay, input type is equal to button. Okay, and value is equal to fetch colors. Okay, on click is equal to function name. So get data is the name of the function. Okay, so in the XML file, I have a root element called colors. See, this is the syntax of XML. It starts with a question mark. XML version is 1.0. Then colors, then you have a color, then closing colors. So colors is the root element, and the color is the child element. So it has red, blue, and green. Okay, the values. Now color is a user defined tag which is red, blue, green respectively. See, this was not possible in user defined text. So wherever I am using a color tag, okay, so these values will be displayed. So I can define the functionality of colors wherever I am using it in the XML file. One. Second thing is, when the request is being sent from the client server under the in the Ajax context. Okay, there are two categories of responses which can be which can come back as a response to a client. One is your normal text and other is XML data. So in all previous examples we have seen it is a normal text, how the kind of the data that you are getting back from the server to a client. Now here we will see how this XML can be read by the Ajax script and displays the information in the XML format. Okay, so here I have a get data function where I am passing two parameters, colors.xml and target DB. In fact, you can pass in the place of colors.xml, you can pass ASP, JSP, .csv, okay, .py, any kind of server-sided scripts can be placed, and even you can read Excel file also and connect to a Ajax script. So it is possible to read any kind of contents from any kind of a server-sided programming using Ajax. Okay, now I have a get. I am clicking on a button. You can see once I click on button, so I can get the colors red, blue, green, which is the content of the XML file. Now you get data, you have data source and division as two parameters. Now I am passing colors.xml to data source and target division to division ID. Now if the object exists, then I have an object is equal to document.getElement by ID of this. Okay, that the fetch message colors will be displayed and that will be stored in OBJ. Then we use the open method. So in the place of post, I use the get method and use the data source. Data source is nothing but your XML. So see, you have to store this as a separate XML file. Okay. So you have to store this as colors.xml as a separate file here for the illustration purpose. So I have put in the same web page. Now then XHR will be assigned a function, and if the ready state is 4 and the status is okay, then you can see the response should be sent back as an XML file to a object. You can see in the previous case where the response was the response text. Response was in the form of response text. So here you can see it is in the form of response XML. Then we say XHR object dot get element ID by color, because color is the child element of a parent element called colors. Colors is a root element which is in plural form, and color is singular form which is the child element. The first element is red, second element is blue, third element is green. This is just like colors of zero index is red, colors of first index is blue, colors of third index is green. Next, the length of this colors is, say, it is 3, and I have used what is called as UL is nothing but the ordered list. So I can all unordered list, and you can also use OL. So this already you have used in HTML. UL stands for unordered list and OL stands for unordered ordered list, and this is LI. Okay, so you can, when you want to display the child elements within UL or OL, you have to use LI. That is displayed by using inner HTML. Then we take an index. Then we use the first child. The first child is what? Colors of red. Second child is blue. Third child is green. So that will be displayed closing the UL and using a send method. Any clarifications here? I hope I am very clear. This is a very important question. So I may ask you, write a Ajax script to display get and post method. Write a Ajax script to connect to an XML program. Okay, so this might be asking descriptive question. So very important question from the external examination perspective.